Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, July 20th. Over the next several days, we'll continue to have very warm temperatures across the Great Basin. We will have a decrease in lightning activity, however, starting today with more isolated storms over eastern Nevada into western and eastern Utah. Similar conditions on Thursday, but we will see a gradual decline in overall thunderstorm coverage through Friday, with only a few isolated storms in central Utah remaining by Friday. We will have some breezy winds today up across central and eastern Idaho. Most of those winds will be generally with gusts in the 20s. And then by Thursday, we'll see winds pick up along the Sierra front and also continue into Friday with gusts generally in the mid to upper 20s, right around 30 miles per hour. We'll also have winds pick up further on Friday over central and eastern Idaho as a cold front moves in. So we will see some gusts between about 30 and 40 miles per hour with very dry conditions and low relative humidity. Over the last 24 hours, we saw scattered thunderstorms over much of the central and western areas of Nevada into Utah. These thunderstorms were certainly on the wetter side. We did have some drier storms on the fringes, but for the most part, we did see some at least low-end wetting rains with many of these thunderstorms. Great Basin fire activity yesterday was light, with 15 new fires reported for just over 100 acres and no new large fires. Over the last 7 to 14 days, again, precipitation has been focused over the eastern half of the Great Basin with the monsoon moisture, but has also pushed back west into parts of central and eastern Nevada with more isolated storms into parts of western Nevada. Still very dry areas continue to be central and southern Idaho into northwest Nevada. Current ERCs up north in central Idaho, where we have the Moose Fire, ERCs continue to steadily climb and have now reached above the 90th percentile. Further south, with some of our large fires in Utah, with the continued showers and thunderstorms and some higher humidity, ERCs continue to decline and are now near to below normal. But we will see drier conditions again coming this week into this weekend, so we will see likely ERCs go up region-wide. The satellite loop from this morning still shows high pressure dominating over the Four Corners area, and again continuing to build with those warm temperatures across the Great Basin. As you can see, much of the deeper moisture is now pushed to the south, but we still do have some remaining moisture and some clouds over eastern Nevada into Utah. So again, thunderstorms will continue today, but certainly be more isolated than what we've seen in recent days. Later this afternoon, again, you can see still just some weak moisture remaining with the deeper moisture off to the east. Very dry conditions up into Idaho and along the Sierra front. We have no high risk today. Again, thunderstorms will be on the decline, and winds will generally be in the low to moderate range. The thunderstorm picture for later this afternoon, you can see where models predict the thunderstorms over northeast Nevada into western Utah and over parts of eastern Utah. You may see a few isolated storms in far southern Idaho. Again, wind gusts today mainly in the 20s region-wide. Relative humidity will be dropping with single-digit relative humidity in northwest Nevada and pushing up into southwest Idaho. As we move into Thursday, similar pattern, still dry air on the north and west side with remaining moisture for isolated thunderstorms further south. We will see our significant fire potential map certainly showing drying trends with a lot more brown on the map as we go later this week into this weekend. Thunderstorms on Thursday, probably very similar to today and also isolated. Wind gust, again, very similar to today. We may see winds decrease a little bit in Idaho tomorrow and pick up just a little bit along the Sierra front, but still gusts generally right around 30 miles per hour. Relative humidity really drops across the western half and northern half of Nevada up into Idaho, with many areas seeing single-digit relative humidity or low teens. We'll even see relative humidity drop in Utah as that moisture, again, continues to be pushed further east. As we move into Friday, again, still very similar pattern to what we'll see the next couple of days, but still a decrease in lightning activity. However, we will see winds pick up as a front moves by to the north, so we will see gustier winds in central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming, with wind gusts between about 30 and 40 miles per hour. Further south, that drier air continues to work on Nevada and Utah, so we will see, again, drying conditions and mostly low to moderate fire potential. Looking at the relative humidity and wind gusts for Friday, again, still very dry conditions across the Great Basin, and the wind gusts do start to pick up over central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming, and also remain gusting in the upper 20s to around 30 miles per hour along the Sierra front. But again, it's mostly Idaho, whereas the main concern, as we do have large fires up in this area, and also we could pick up some holdovers with the dry conditions and increasing winds. The heat again will continue for the next couple of days, with most valley temperatures in the upper 90s to low 100s. However, we will see some cooling in Idaho by Friday. Forecast amounts of precipitation are very light, very spotty with the thunderstorms. Again, we do expect decreased coverage and also decreased moisture with these storms. As we go into the weekend, we start to see a return of moisture from the south for parts of the Arizona Strip into southern and eastern Utah. So we'll likely see moisture increasing with some increasing thunderstorms beginning Saturday, and that will continue into Sunday with storms becoming much wetter over the Arizona Strip and southern and eastern Utah. But still, as you can see, very dry conditions continue in Idaho and northern and western Nevada. So low daytime humidities and poor recoveries will continue, with also fuels rapidly drying. This pattern continues into Monday and also into Tuesday. 7-day total precip, you can see obviously the increase in precipitation as we go into this weekend and next week over southern and eastern areas. Again, still very dry in the north and west. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from July 27th to August 2nd, shows still very warm temperatures, and we will see temperatures really increase next week going into the end of the month. So very hot temperatures over northern and western areas, and dry conditions continue. We will start to see this monsoon moisture track a little bit further west as we get later in July towards the early part of August. So we could see more of that moisture cause thunderstorms over western and northern Nevada as well. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.